Okay, so it's 4:55 on the 24th on Saturday. It's just like, man, oh my gosh, Thursday I'm leaving. It's like coming in real quick. Um, but I just got up and I'm jumping right in. When I got up and I looked at the thing, it was 441, and I was thinking the information. Whenever I have the fours and the ones together, if it's 114 or 411 or 441 or something, then it always makes me feel information. So I'm always like, oh, okay, the information coming in. So I have a lot though on my mind, but this thing, this morning I was like, oh, I want to try and explain this the way I see it, because I know that there's lots of people out there who are like, I've been doing the healing, I've been doing good work, and everything just keeps staying the same. Nothing is changing, and I'm, and they're confused, and then we got the tarot readers all day long. If you're on anywhere where they just pop up all the time, that you're on the brink. I've been on the brink for major change, which there's been changes, but when you're talking to somebody who has got major change on their mind, it's like we're a little further apart. So, anyways, I've been on the brink of major change for fucking years now. It's like, and it kind of is a beat down sometimes. And I feel like sometimes that's the dark energy coming in to try and get me distant, to make me feel like, because it feels like in the communication and the signs you're being told it's about to go down. Be prepared. And then the time goes and goes and goes, and it's like, why have you forsaken me? What the fuck is going on? And it just goes and goes and goes. And then more things happen, and then so it can make you feel like you don't trust the universe or something, but really where you need to have your trust fall is off of the timing, the time structure and stuff. And these girls that think that they can read it, and then read it for so many people, and something just about to be there, it may be years, is what I've discovered. Time is not how they think. So you can't sit here and think, well, it's never going to happen because it hasn't happened, so it won't happen. That's not how you want to think about it. You want to go at it like, it's coming, it's up there. I know it's up there. I don't know how far, I don't know how long it takes me to get there, but it's kind of like, it reminds me of like being a kid and driving. Like, this was just coming in my mind, and being in the back seat, we're driving, my dad's driving, and I'd be looking and be like, how far away is that? And I swear to God, it was always 20 miles. I swear. It's always 20 miles. It's 20 miles to the horizon. Anything you can see up there, it's 20 miles. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if it's just bullshit or whatever. His kids are always like, what is this? What is that? What if this? What if that? And I was definitely one of those kids. I was questioning everything all the time. Questioning, why would you think that? Why would you do that? What would you? Everything was a question. I was always wanting to go into everybody's psyche. That's why I was like, I'm very uncomfortable for some people to be around. I'm going to make you go deeper. Like, what? And a lot of people don't want to. Hold on, I'm just getting started on this morning. But the dogs have eaten, and Stella went directly over to her spot. But it was weird because she's usually the first one out here beating on the dishes, demanding me to feed her, feed me. And today she's just chilling in the tent, and she didn't even come out. I put their dishes down there, chowing down, because they were out here going crazy. And it was only 4:30 in the morning. Okay, hold on. Anyways, and I've got almost all of the freezer's so full of food. I've got all their food, I'm sure, for the time I'm gone. But I also want to have some made for when I get back, because I don't know, just be easier to have some meals already done, so when I get back I don't have to do that, because the dogs are gonna be going crazy, because they're gonna be hysterical. Like, oh my God, I thought she was gone forever. Oh, which, I gotta throw this in real quick. It's just way sidebar. Robin Williams. This guy, he's showing this video. And this is a younger guy. And he's like freaking out. And he's like, Robin Williams died. I remember when he died and all this stuff. And he was like, but he's not dead, man. He's on TikTok. I just saw him live. And he's like, there's no way. This guy is Robin Williams. There's no fucking way. This is not Robin Williams. And so he has a clip because he screen recorded this guy live. I agree. It's Robin Williams. Like, I don't see how anyone could do Robin Williams that well. Like, I don't know. His name's Steve, and he's on TikTok. And I don't know if he does more than go live, but he's Robin Williams' doppelganger if it's not really him. And if it's really him, I could see why he would have the need to just, like, he's got to be out there because he's part of his, I don't know. He's like a true entertainer, like it's in his blood or something, you know? He's just full of entertainment. Like, I think, you know, he's like what you think of as the life of the party. You know, this guy comes in, he's going to have everybody laughing and entertaining everybody just by his persona. And that is, you know, like how I see like a true entertainer. But this guy, and his little spiel that he was doing was he had a dinosaur toy and a Hero Man toy or whatever. And he's making them fight, and he's doing their voices, and he's you just have to see it. I can find the video and share it if anybody wants to see it. But it's like, oh my God. But I think there's so many people who fake their death to get the fuck out of that hellhole. I swear, I think that's the Kanye, the real Kanye. The real musical genius is out in the park somewhere, strung out on drugs while they put their clones in action through our society. And they pulled out another person. Who is that? Because there's people who just keep pulling these, like, oh my God, who the hell is this? Who the hell is this? And they just keep bringing these people out who look so different than themselves. I guess even, what is it, the Beast? Was this guy's called the Beast or something? And he looks way different. He's come out as a new person. I swear to God, there's something with the synthetic. I don't think it's just clones. I think it's some kind of a synthetic robot thing or something. I don't know. It's weird. They don't look real. They look weird. They look like, you know, I don't know. I think it's part of disclosure. Something's going to come out of it. Something's going to come of it. And maybe some of these people, I don't know, because their consciousness, that's why I had heard when Donald wanted to end each of their endings was going to go out in multiple parts, like they did to that one space guy that came. And then they shot him out in a bunch of different parts. And then he showed back up, all put together. And they were freaked. But I think he's trying to separate their consciousness or something, scatter it or something. I'm not sure. You know, because you would carry some of it, but do we even want, like, I don't know. It's weird. There's so much weird shit going on in Turkey, man. Don't fucking go to Turkey. There's a lot of these places. Don't go. They are big on that trade industry that involves harvest, that there's someone out there who needs new kidneys and new hearts all the time, and new this, new that, these fucking decrepit relics or something. But there's more to it because the parts keep going, and I think these people are held somewhere. So I don't think that they're running the show like they were. It's more of the minions they're going after, you know, because they got to see who all's holding up this foundation. And it's a lot of weirdo, greedy citizens and a lot of people. And so they all got to be revealed. So it's like we're in the big reveal. And everything, and it's perfect timing because the universe is giving the spotlight. So it's shifting gears so that that when you're not of that resonance, that you stand out. And so the things that you do can't be hidden anymore. And you stand out in a crowd, and it's easier to spot you. And it's like our vibrations pull apart from each other. I don't know. It's weird. I guess, like, okay, so if you go out and you look around, what do you see? I don't know. I don't go. I would imagine if you go somewhere, like a park, or like a festival, someplace where there's a lot of people, and you look around, you're not going to see what the people see in the mirror. You're going to see something different. Like I said, like this inside out thing. People are people are shifting, and people who are carrying heavy burdens or way more, it's gonna be a beat down on them. Get more tired, more sick. You gotta let this shit go. You can't carry it anymore, and it's gonna become heavier and heavier. People are trying to be fake in their relationships. People who, you're just gonna see it. It's just gonna stand out more. It's almost like you can pick up on who the people are in their core more than what we used to. That you could hide behind the front you put out. But now it's changing because our sight, the veil is thinner, that you could think of it that way, and our sight is more produced, and we can see the things that we are able to see. Because it's like we could see that before, but then we come into this experience, and then we have this veil to help us. It's like putting on those things for horses to keep them directed in what they're looking at. And it's the veil. Your veil is your perspective built off of your biases, your experiences and stuff. And that's why everybody's is different, but everybody's is skewed, because you're here to notice these lenses so that you can start taking them off and seeing more clearly. And this is where the universe is bringing in more light and making it more uncomfortable. You have to, and a lot of people, it's just getting foggier and foggier. I can't see. And it's like the micro macro. It's representative of what you're not looking at inside. And so, hold on a sec. Man, this is a lot of stuff. I don't even know if I'm saying all of it. Okay, so the lens buildup is your own stuff. It's, you know how they say all the time about you have to have a veil. Oh, I need a tissue. I don't need a veil. I need a kerchief. Let's see if I have one in my robe pocket. My nose is running. Otherwise, it's sweater will work. The sweater needs to get washed anyways. I've been holding off, but this is a sign. That's a sign. Today's getting washed. Okay. So, there's a thorn or something in my sweater. I just felt it. These pine needles. This is just like the tip of them. They're so long, but they're like little fucking needles, man. They fucking poke the shit out of you. There's so many pine needles here. And then that's the pointy part, but then the thing is like this long, and you go out and try and walk or whatever, and then you're getting stabbed all over the place. They're vicious. Okay, so it's like putting blinders on a horse to keep them directed on their focus, and that the veil is confirmation is more of a focused learning. It's like you are the lenses that is created. It comes from you. It's not like how they say, oh, there's a veil and we all put on a veil so we can't see when we come in. No, it's your veil. It's your lenses of your own experience, and your experiences your past lives, so your soul's journey, so your past lives, and so many of them are abrupt endings, so uh, they leave open-ended situations. And so that is where it can be like these karmic entanglements. And so you go through them, and then it's like you start packing your bags. It's like you from one life to the next. Like there's an interim, where people go, and then they go back and they, try and help the people and stuff like that. But then once all your soul group's over and stuff, I mean, we still have ancestors and stuff around us. Like you can still go and be around your soul group and stuff, but you, for the most part, you are ready for, starting a new experience. Your soul group's back over there, back all together and stuff. And so then it's like, it's like the way the world works. It's like this movement. So then you move, you're all together, go back out. Moving, it's like this. And so in that movement, then there's a part where it's this go back into experience. And then we all leave the experience at different times, and different things are left open, and the entanglements and stuff get created, and because the energy is left open-ended. So then you and this person, or you and several people or whatever, have this entanglement to, it's like a knot in the energy or something. It's going back and forth. And so we want it to get back into the movement, and it's us that have to like fix it by making change, like undoing the knot that was created. And the way to undo it is all of us to loosen up, seems to me, and to let go of things. And so you go through these lives, and then you go back into another one. So pretty soon you're like packing a trunk with all these open-ended tangles, And it's like when we all came into this life, we all were carrying a fucking trunk with us. Some people had, like, I see it like more than just a trunk. Like, it's like the difference of being able to move all your stuff in a stagecoach and needing, a whole train to bring it, or 3 18-wheelers or something. It's like some people came in carrying a lot of baggage into this life, and some people came in with carrying just a little. But that doesn't mean having a little. It could be because it was so intense. There was such big things you had to work on that you couldn't manage more, and some other people could be working on a whole bunch of little things. But it has to do with where you aligned yourself in the groups and stuff like that. A lot of what we're being shown is the distance we find ourselves from ourselves, and the desire to follow along or be led. And those things are the things that we are trying to purge or move out of and go forward. And so it is, but everybody, like I said, is brought in this bag of goodies that they're purging out of cleaning up. Like I said, it's like going full circle. And so a lot of these interactions you have with people, they are deeper from other lives and stuff. And that's why they can bring up so much depth in your heart and soul when you have these experiences and the triggers and stuff. And so, and mine are like, oh my God, mine are heavy duty. Jeez, I can't believe it. It's crazy. So crazy. It's so crazy too, after you've been healing years and years and you're feeling so good and everything. And then it just like starts bringing up stuff that's so down there in the depths of your soul. And it's like, oh my gosh. Well, I hope it's the depths. Hope there's not more down there. It's just like you keep digging, and you just keep finding more. It's like, oh Lord. But don't be hard on yourself. Judgmental on yourself. It's like, our souls are complex, our relationships are complicated, and it's for a purpose. And so, anyways, so the people bring in their own veil to keep them focused on their stuff, directed. They have their experiences set up to bring in the triggers, the things that are going to help them remember what's in the trunk so that they can go and look in it. The problem is everybody's so surface that when the trigger happens, that they get mad at the person and they don't want to look at this because they're blind to themselves. But that is kind of what's been created here. That's where they've created more separation from you, from yourself. And that's what the beautiful part of the awakening is reconnecting to yourself and remembering who you are. And we have so much of that still to go. So many people are still so disconnected from themselves. Oh, yeah. I just saw this yesterday. Because I don't know who the hell these people are at all. But this is exactly what I had said, though, where there's going to be people, like these people who have been leading people. And all of a sudden, it's like, where are they leading us to, by the way? What's going on here? You know, where people start questioning, like, who the fuck, what the fuck is going on? And get a completely different taste of just like, it kind of reminds me, yeah, like I'm eating a biscotti, you know, and it's so yummy, delicious, and you take that last bite and it's like a rotten almond or something taste, and it's like, oh, that spoiled it. So it's kind of like that. But this one that's going on right now. Okay, hold on, let me finish this. I still got to get back to what I was starting this with. But it kind of links in with all this, so hold on. And there's another thing, too. I swear to God, we're being surveilled. This is every day. They're like, I don't know if they're like, what? It's weird. I don't believe that they need to fly over every day around the same time. Maybe it's trying to show, you know, up in the air to other people. I have no idea what the fuck is going on, but it's weird. Helicopters going over all the time. It's weird. It was happening over at my house too. I was right on the border. We are further from the border. So I was 15 minutes. If I were to leave here and drive up to the border, it would take me about an hour. I would say an hour, hour and a half. I would be across the border. But there, I was like tipped right up to the border. That's why I got being like, man, if I have to evacuate, the place to go is Canada. But, man, it depends on the shenanigans, because Canada is fucking also selling purses that are made out of this vertebrae of a child. So they're fucking weirdos. Not all of them, but there's weirdos there, you know, that are running them. And then our society becomes complicit to the fucking weirdo people. They think, oh yeah, well, this is the right way. God, I see that so clear. Hold on. Get them under your flag. Get them under your mindset. Get them on their ego. Tell them they're the best. You're the best. Oh, you're the best. Depends on who's talking to you. Okay. So, surveillance, whatever the fuck they're looking at. Maybe they're looking for fires every day because they're setting them and they're hoping they're working. Who fucking knows? These fucking weirdos. But supposedly, I bet, you know, it's hard to say, you know. Is it military? Is it corporate? Like, I don't fucking know. Especially in Washington State. But we are on the border. It is 15 minutes to the border. 15, 20. Well, now, okay, from Spokane. Now I'm out from Spokane. I'm out of the lake. So if I left and went to go to Montana border, that could take, or Idaho border, maybe that would take me a half hour. It used to take like 15 minutes from Spokane. You're real close to that border. So maybe they're watching over here. Who knows what the fuck these people do. Waste gas is what I think. It could be a part of just creating a scenario, you know, get people in their mind, like helicopters. Because I swear to God, whenever I hear them, it makes me think of Nam. It's the weirdest thing, and I don't know if it's because when I was growing up, there was so much of that, and then they put so much propaganda out in movies about it and shit. But always reminds me, whenever I hear helicopters, it's like I can see Robert Duvall out there. I love the smell of, what was that? I love the smell of, he doesn't say, I don't think he says Agent Orange. I can't remember what he says. No, he loves the smell of Macron, I think. Oh, the smell of Macron in the morning, or something like that. I don't know. That's the poison, you know, what they fucking spray on. Well, they were spraying on them, and we were like, okay, yeah, they're the bad guys. Well, now they're spraying us. And so now we see, like, oh, they don't just spray the bad guys. They just tell us they're bad guys so that we shut the fuck up. Now they just spray it. They're spraying everybody. They've always been. And they've always been poisoning us. And if you don't know what happened in Turkey, just as of late, oh yeah, I gotta still finish this weirdo spirit guy. But in Turkey is a big thing going on right now because a cute little popular couple went, a UK couple went over there for a vacay with the kids. They're just gonna do a quick holiday, I guess. Like, I think it's like, it seemed like a long weekend holiday or something. I don't know, could have been a couple weeker. They were going on holiday over to Turkey. So they thought, hey, that's a destination. And these places, like, a lot of these places are beautiful, but there's shenanigans going on. Just like, fuck, there's people coming over here going to Nashville thinking, like, that's a cool place to go. And you're getting doped up and getting your kidneys stolen. So it's the same thing going on everywhere. That's why I keep saying this is not the time to just be out mindlessly traveling. Yeah, it's time to go on a vacation. It's like, yeah, it's nothing but trouble, that movie. You think you're going somewhere, you just figure you're going to end up in hell. So, anyways, so this young couple with their young kids, and it's a really long, horrible story. As soon as they get there on their trip, the wife starts feeling sick. In the morning, she goes to the hospital. The shenanigans begin. It's so fucking absurd, so ludicrous, so annoying. There's a language barrier. There's bullshit. They won't let him see his wife. They were holding her hostage and making him come and pay thousands of dollars for this. He's trying to get help. They won't let him go in and see her. And he's calling the parents, getting the parents over there. They won't let the parents see her. And eventually, well, they said they were going to bury her the next morning. Or no, I think it was a day later. They were like, oh, well, she died. And we're going to just bury her. And they were like, fuck you. If you are, give me my, so they end up giving them a black bag with her in it. They take the black bag. So the family's having to carry this black bag, find a flight that they can take Bernie on. And then they, get her back and get her in an autopsy, and right away the autopsy showed, well, she seems to be missing something. It goes right here and it pumps blood through you. Well, I wonder what happened to that. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, can we find out? But see, a lot of these people getting this shit, they're in private places. There's doctors who work for these rich motherfuckers privately, just like how we had fucking lawyers who work for gangsters privately, you know. They get held hostage, but it's all shenanigans. It's all such bullshit. Like, it's so annoying. But yeah, I've been saying for a long fucking time about this harvest problem and the danger going someplace, especially people going by themselves and stuff. Like, that's one of the things that is showed for sure in that one movie, but I can see it so clearly, and I've seen it being playing out. But when you go and travel, there's a problem when the family is from somewhere else and trying to get there, trying to find their there's so many problems. So those people go missing all the time. I'm sure, like, if we were in other countries, we'd be hearing in their countries about people going missing here all the time. They're not gonna tell us. They don't give a shit. They're not gonna tell us on our news. No. And those people, where they're going missing from, I'm sure it's plastered all over their news. You know, I'm sure there's people going missing all over the place. We are hearing all about people going missing all the time. But, you know, they're not telling us all the time about, I'm sure it's way a lot that come over here, you know, from different places. But it's happening everywhere. Horrible, horrible shit is happening. The guys from Australia, they go over there to Mexico, missing heads now. There's just so much. It's just so much. It's like, if I have to convince somebody, it's like, well, you're not paying attention. Just, it's out there. You know, some of us see it and some of us don't. So on the spiritual thing, which I could see just because I think it's because I had a spiritual insight, a spiritual background, a spiritual connection. So there's a lot of stuff I could see in the spiritual movement that I was like, oh, that's some bullshit. Oh, that's some bullshit. Like, I don't know where the hell this person thing. In the way that there were so many people that just jumped on is like they were the chosen spiritual leaders of the community, and all the people that just went down there just feeding off of it. And and then you'd hear him talk, and it was like, I don't know. It just didn't. There's a lot of people, and some of them could have some good stuff to say and stuff, but I don't know that they're all connected to their spirit. They may have been led to like, oh, well, I think I'm going to go read. So many, just I read Dolores Cannon, and now they're experts. And some people, how do you go to the book section and pick out one author out of all these ones and now think that you know everything? There's a lot of different stuff that you can read about. And I don't know, because to me it was more of a long learning thing to help you direct you towards finding peace in life and having direction and purpose. And so there's a lot of people who don't seem to get like some basic things off spiritual practice or understanding or something. And so anyways, I go over that stuff all the time, so what's the point? But so this guy, so he's on YouTube. Some of you guys may even know who he is. I don't know. I have no idea who this guy is. And him and his wife, so he was, I guess he's doing like what I'm doing, but he has a whole shit ton of followers. So he's tons of people who follow him, and it looked at him as a leader in the community. And so now he's leading him into polygamy. He's taken on a third. Yep, we've decided to take on a third. We're not trying to get everybody else to do it, but this is what's right for us at this point. And now, as somebody was sharing this podcast of him being on there, and then the Lord told me, I need to have a baby with both these girls. And I was like, oh my God, my soul fell into my stomach. And then I came back, and I was like, fuck. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? What the fuck? God, these people. I swear to God, it like led the Mormon thing too. It's like, but it's also in the Christianity and stuff. So if they put out a book and they told us, yeah, well, God says if you don't like somebody, just kick them in the fucking nuts, slit their throat, take their shit. It's like, do you do it? Do you go like, oh, well, God said, it says right here. So how do you feel doing it? Do you feel good? You feel right? Does it feel right to you? It's like, do you have any awareness that there's two things going on here? Are you pulling into the dark side, or you're pulling into the light side? Where are your poles? And these people, it's like, well, it's telling me to go this way. Well, I don't know. I kind of feel like when we're talking about love, we're talking about, not you want to make a commune community that's built on, just having sex, open marriage. Somebody's not going to feel good in there. It's not going to, And I think it's really funny, too, how it's so oftentimes that it is the man who needs several wives. And then you find the wives all crying and lonely and sad and, well, I gotta do it. And that's what he wants. And how many of these men would be like, well, if the wife said, well, God told me last night in a dream, I saw this guy and it was like, that's him. God told me to marry him and have kids with him. Sorry. I don't know what to tell you. And, is he going to say, oh, okay, well, come on, God told her. So, I'm in on this too. Come on, God told her. Come on, come in, join in. And then maybe the guy's getting a little, like, bored with these two. Maybe he wants a little of a rim job from somebody, you don't know what the hell. Because it gets so fetishy. You start feeding into this fetishy shit. And because to me, it is more of a monogamy, more of a sacred, more of a love swap, more of a team effort. And when you start trying to create a team with the both of you, it's more complicated, and whatever lessons you're here to experience is your deal. But I don't think that that is the wave of the future. I think we're going to go way more into, way more into, if you were compare it to where we're at, you would say it's a lot more prim and proper. But then you can go prim and proper and give you a visual of like the, what are those people? I keep hearing Virginian, but it's not Virginian. It was a period of time, and it's still, they tried to creep it in over here. So it was a period of time during their colonization, and it was their confirmation, their yeah, virtue signaling too. But it is very this virtue thing, but it was it's out of out of character. It's out of bounds. It's like it was too far. It was too weird. It's not out of balance or something. And how I see it is kind of like these what are those people called? You could think of them like looking like pilgrims, or looking like I have other words, but I can't hear them. But they are like have these black dresses on, these little white collars. They're buttoned all the way up. You got crosses, cover a bonnet on their hair, and have their Bible. You can't have you had a bad thought, slap you, beat you up. A very it's a that's what I think it's called. This real ultra Victorian prissy kind of, I don't know. It's a period of time where it was like super religious, and very much like you can't do this, you can't do that. Very controlled. And so, and then those people, the missionary people and stuff like that, were that personality, were the ones that were going out and going and confronting tribes and trying to tell. I just saw there's a documentary coming out, I guess, that Kevin Costner did, and he I think it's called The West or something. But I saw this clip of it, and I saw this Native woman talking, and she said that when they came in and they started telling us we couldn't dance, we couldn't dress the way we were dressed, we couldn't do this, we couldn't do that, like it was not civilized. These people who decided what civilized was, and these people were more dancing and connecting to themselves, connecting to nature, being more connected. Well, see, these people are trying to say, no, this is what God wants, and these people are like living it. And then these people start controlling it, making these people succumb and taking them over and stuff, which is so weird. But that is like they wanted to take over all of the world. So, and then these are their people who they were going out and doing it. There's been a lot of approaches, but it's all will lead to violence and surrender and stuff, or death. So anyways, but we're not going into that. So we're not going into this like, but it's more of going in, like back when I was a kid. It was like if a girl, it was so crazy because it wouldn't matter if the guys were forcing them into having sex. If a girl had sex, she was a whore. Didn't matter what the fuck happened. You're a whore. You're a whore. So that kind of thing that went on is like, now it's going to be a lot more directed towards self-respect and honesty, and it's not going to be so, I don't know, one-sided and dank and dreary and whatever. But it's going to go, to me, more of this where we have self-respect for ourselves. We're not going to just jump in bed with anybody just for the fun of it. And we're going to be a lot more respectful of our energy, our bodies, and where we put our energy. being around people and all of that stuff. So it's going to be a lot more caring about ourselves, not so much just throwing ourselves out into the wolves, trying to see who, as bait, see who grabs on. It's going to be a lot more of it's going to be based a lot more on love. So the relationships of love are going to be respected too. The people who are in relationships that are considered love are going to be really a lot more respectful of each other. It's going to be a lot more thoughtful. We're going to be more thoughtful and more precise. That's coming into my mind. But we're going to be a lot more like trimming the fat, letting go of all the bullshit and being a lot more into the relationships. And so, yeah, bringing in extra people. That's like what you do when you're bored in a shitty relationship. Oh, I'm not going to leave it, fuck. I'm stuck with this one too, but I think we need to bring in another person. That's what's going to bring life back into our life. It's like, well, there's a lot of people who find out, I need to leave this relationship I'm in to go out and find the life I'm supposed to be leading. I just saw a girl talking about that, and she said that she was a massage therapist. She was living somewhere in California. She said she had this Greek goddess of a boyfriend, a Greek god of a boyfriend. She was making tons of money, had a great place to live, and she said that all this stuff was just so perfect, but she wasn't happy. She just wasn't happy. And so did she go like, well, I think I'm just going to start cheating on him. If I can get this good one, I can get another good one. And start, she didn't do any of this toxic shit that so many people do. She just said, I gotta go. I've got to go. I don't know where I'm going, but my soul is leading me out of here. So it was nice knowing you. This has been great, but it's not my jam. And so she just took off and she went to, I think, Scottsdale, Arizona or something. And she said everything just started falling into place. She just started meeting these people and they were in alignment. Everything just changed. And see, that's the thing, is we got to go towards what it is. But also, you don't force things. Like, something has to open. And I don't know, because you can't know what's going on in somebody else, how their resistance and what opens and what doesn't. So, but anyways, that was her sign. And she made the big change. She let go of it all. She wasn't desperate, like, this is the only guy. I mean, again, look at how great he is. Now I'm never going to get another one. She didn't do any of that. She just let it all go and knew that she was being led to something different. And there's so many times that we hold on to stuff. Like, I had a whole abrupt thing in my life, too, with, you're going on your career, working on your retirement, total workaholic. And then everything just, like, was pulled out from under me. And I had to go in a different direction, and I was trying to hold on for a long time, and it was very frustrating. I should have just let go and been like, show me where we're going. But there was a lot of my ego was attached to it, because then I, like I said, I felt super embarrassed to, when people, because that was one thing I noticed every conversation you have with an adult. So what do you do? What do you do for a living, Bob? Where are you working at? How much you making? How much pulling down there? Everybody, it's like the go-to conversation. And I didn't want to, well, I'm disabled. Well, I have a brain injury and I got hurt at work. And didn't get hurt at work. I got hurt getting a surgery. But it was, I was embarrassed. And I didn't know at the time. It was all about ego. I was still trying to hold on to life, and I still had guys trying to, I still was in my process, so I wasn't fully out. I wasn't, into it took me, it was 2009 was when the brain injury happened. It was like 2015 was the dark night, so yeah, do the math. This has been a long time that has been going on. And so and then here I am, still with deep stuff. Oh my God. I'll tell you about that in a sec. But so got the spiritual going on. Okay, so on the one thing I was going to say when I very first started, because I know there's a lot of people who are out there like, I'm doing the work, I'm doing this, and nothing is happening. So what I was shown was, so think of where, okay, I gotta see, this is why I wanted to say it right when I very first, okay, because I could see it so clear. Okay, so wherever it is, so, okay, so think of it being like a pole. Okay, so your pole from where you started. So you made your change, you did your healing, you start going in a new direction. And so you were going off in this direction and it was just like sloppy. Then you pulled in and then you changed directions and your path started leading you in this direction. And you're going and going and going and you're expecting that some big change, some magic is going to happen. And then it keeps going and going and going and more things and more things, and then just keep pulling and pulling and pulling. And but so what I had seen was, so as far as you pull from it is where you're gonna go. So don't think of like this time has been, you know, all this time has passed, I'm never gonna get this time back or whatever. It's not like that. It's like all of the energy that you're pulling. So you're pulling it, but you're pushing it. So it's more like you're pushing the energy, you're pushing forward. And so you're pushing the energy to go, and it's going with you. And you keep thinking, like, you know, something's going to happen, some good stuff's going to happen. And so you're going and going and going. And then if you have these tarot things pop up all the time telling you, oh, good stuff's about to go down any minute, you're about to be abundant. And then I say you're going and going and you're like, where is it coming from? Come on. And it seems like, you know, I'm just out forsaken, out in the dark, I'm in the wilderness, what's happening? And but as far as you pull out, that is all filled in. So it's gonna be filled in. So you're not missing out. It's going to go back. So it's kind of like you're pushing, and it's like the push is okay. So how I see it now is like you're pushing and pushing and pushing, and it's like oh yeah, it's like pushing a boulder. You're pushing this boulder, and but it's gonna get to a point where it goes. So you're pushing and pushing your energy of change, and it is this heavy boulder, and then it's going to get to, okay, how I'm seeing it now is like it gets to a divot, and then when it rolls, it's going to come back. And so it's going to come back, it's going to bounce, and it's going to go, it's going to have a momentum. And so your energy that you're pushing towards is going to bounce back. That's where it keeps being like whatever you're putting out, it's going to come back on you. So there's people who are doing some dark shit. They're going to be drowning in their dark shit soon. And it's going to be a lot, but they're bringing it on themselves, and it's part of their lesson. So, you know, that's one thing everybody's got to get in their mind when they start seeing the aftermath. This is everybody's soul thing. You know, nothing is happening to somebody. They all are doing, this is all happening because this is what they designed. This is their story. And it's not just their story, it's their opportunity to clean up their stories, to see themselves. It's like it's an individual thing, and it can be overwhelming because there can be so much going on. And then it's gonna be sad when a lot of people see themselves for the first time and they don't like what they see. It's gonna be a lot of energy. It's gonna be like the energy's sucked again. But the momentum that people are putting out there into their thing, just keep going, just keep pushing that momentum, and don't think that this is all lost because the time has passed and nothing has happened. That time will be filled, but it will be filled with the things you want it to be filled with. So your abundance, it's like you're building your treasure as you're pushing forward. And just because you don't see the treasure doesn't mean it's not there. Which yesterday, I thought this was good news. So yesterday I saw a thing, because I kept wondering, because I knew something was going to go with these social media things. And so what this guy said was that, so what they're doing is they're gonna take down all of the people who own these things. They're going, because they've been making money off of all us creators that have been out there. They make money off of that. Every time, you know, somebody comes and sits and watches my video, it has their own, their shit, their time or whatever. I don't know how it all goes, but they are profiting off of all of the creators, and so they're making tons and tons of money. So it's going to switch. It's going to switch to public, and that is going to be, so then every creator is going to start making directly the money off their own videos, and so it's not going to be going to them. So there's going to be this thing that's going to switch. That's going to be like, you know, like I can sit here and be like, oh my god, like how it goes and goes and goes, but fucking almost 5 years of videos every day. That is a lot of videos. And then once that will also go with the censorship stuff, and so then it will be more, you know, your videos can be seen and stuff. So anyways, that is going to be a switch. I knew it was going to kind of go like that, because that's what I was seeing. This guy said it's something about what's going on with Congress, what they're putting into, he was explaining like what they're talking about and how they're doing it and what's going to happen from it. I was like, oh, hell yeah. But I kept seeing it like that, because I kept thinking like, it's not going to stay, like these rich people are going down, and so it's going to be going in this other direction. And I kept on thinking, it's got to go towards the people. Everything's got to go towards you. Whatever you're doing, whatever, like my daughter with the cookies thing, her thing is just going, like, man, her thing is going. I'm so glad. I'm so happy for her, because anytime you start trying to do something, you know, for yourself, in the direction for independence and stuff, it's been hard, but this is a time to really do it. This is the time to go in and start trying to figure out, like, what do I really want to do? And, you know, what do I find interesting and stuff? So anyways, I'm super excited for her. Her coffee shop is selling out. This coffee shop that's buying her cookies is selling out every day. They're doubling the order. She's selling tons of cookies every day and stuff. So not just the coffee shop, more people are doing orders and stuff. So anyways, her thing is really going good, and her cookies are so fucking good. Like, jeez, they're good. They're so huge. They're huge, they're thick, and they're fudgy. They're super fudgy. They've got just really good texture, really good flavor. It's just really delicious. Then I'm just super excited for her. And she's always been a good cook. She's always, and I've always, like, she never, she was always struggling. Well, she struggled in school, and she struggled in working and stuff like that. It's because when you have that, it's pushing you towards that independence. Like, you're not supposed to be working for these people, especially going in and setting up their places and making everything good, and then you want to, you know, take the next step of, and you know, you're held back because you're supposed to be independent. You're supposed to be doing this for yourself, not for somebody else. And so, you know, she's making these other companies have good things, and like, she did a lot of good stuff at her job, and, you know, it's just bullshit, the corporate bullshit, you know, of either them not paying you what you're worth, or just bureaucracy and bullshit, and certain people who are friends who, you know, we all have worked in jobs, so we all know the bullshit. But a lot of the bullshit, when it doesn't align with you, it's to push you in a different direction. So anyways, I'm super glad for her that, you know, this is going. And even if something were to happen, to me, it's going in this direction. Like, and she's already had on her mind about get the little camper and set up like a little pop-up place and stuff, and her own little coffee thing with cookies or whatever. So she's already got in her mind the expansion. So anyways, I'm excited for her. I think that's really cool when anybody is doing this kind of thing, pulling free from the corporation and going into independence and finding yourself. And there's a momentum that will either, it will drag its feet, where then you can be questioning, because then, you know, because then, you know, that's where you question and you get answers. Or it can be expanding. Like, there's a lot. You just got to get in touch with your own thing. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going in the wrong direction, but it could be like, oh, well, you're trying to do this, but why are you doing this? Because you do this, it's going to go real easy and good. But you keep wanting to do this, why are you doing this? So anyways, just, you just be aware in your communication and be aware through your desires, what's leading me, where am I being led? Who's leading me? And, watch out for some of these spiritual leaders. Like, just start cults and shit. Yeah, so, but anyway, so he's a popular guy on YouTube, but I don't know who he is, and yeah, whatever. Just trying to tell people, I don't know what this thing is. So, God told me, take a second and get her pregnant. Yeah, okay, God told me. Yeah, maybe my dark desires told me, and it was so loud I couldn't tell the difference. So, anyways, oh, okay, so this was a heavy-duty trigger, and it's weird too, because I feel like, that there's these certain ones that come and come and come, and like I said, a lot of them I've been just trying to ignore. I'm just like, okay, but it kind of builds and builds, and then something will go, and it's like, oh my God, it's where I'm just flooded with. I don't think. It's like you start thinking, I don't think this person really likes me at all, and it's so flooded in your head. It's so weird too, is how when you become flooded like that in your emotions and stuff, how it feels like that's right. It's the only thing. That's it, man. And that to me is why you don't want to react on your emotions, because your emotions are more to fester. It's more like the bubbles. It's more like pouring the peroxide and stuff, making it a bubble. So it's more to bring this stuff up. It's not for you to become reactive to your emotions, because when you become reactive, then you become hostile and mean and angry and bitter, and you say things you wish you didn't say and stuff like that. And because I'm even to the point of like thinking things I wish I didn't even think. Like and I feel so much like my thoughts are so loud. Oh my God, they're so fucking loud. I can't believe that other people aren't hearing them. Like, there's no fucking way. God, it's so loud. Oh God. So yesterday, so my trip's a few days away. My bags are packed. I'm on set. I'm ready to go. I got my little thing yesterday. Got it plugged in. Got it charged. Got it packed. Everything is ready to go. Which one of my bands, like I've been doing more with this one, with my plastic band, it has got a tear. So that's the one I'm taking, because it's way smaller. My bag is so full. And this one takes up too much room. But I'm liking these ones better, but they are hard to get started with. They're way tighter and they're way bigger, and they're not as, you just don't pull them as much. And this is the 25-pound one. Like, it comes with, I think the next one's 35 pounds and 50 pounds. 50-pound one, I was just like, I'm trying. I'm gonna be curious now if I can do that there. But even if I started, when I first started this one, it was like so tight trying to get it to pull, but now it's getting more looser, and where you can actually do stuff. And I'm telling you, I can't even tell you, like, I've got muscles in my arms and shit just by sitting here and just doing this. And I don't just sit here and do it all day long. It's like it's usually when it's been here is before at my own house. I did it a couple times throughout the day. And here in this routine, it seems like I do it more towards the evening. I'll just sit here and, do like, I say like, not all at the same time, like in 10 of these, and then sit here and 10 more, and then do 10 more. So trying to do like 30 or sometimes 40 or whatever, and then move it. And so try it in a different place. And then that one's kind of weak ass. This one, oh yeah, this one. Like, put them straight out, because I'll do this with my legs too. So do them up higher and go out. And when I do the legs up higher, so I'll bend my knees and then pull my knees. And it's kind of like that machine, if you've ever gone to the gym, It was like a thigh master, kind of like a thigh master. So put it across your knees and then have your knees bent, and then you pull your legs out. It's like a thigh master. Then if you put, and you can do some of these on the floor. I just don't go and do them on the floor because there's just cement, dog hair, and lots of gross stuff. So then put your legs straight out and do it like that. And so doing that with your arms, it's totally different muscles. So you can do different muscle groups. And you're just sitting here with this little fucking cheap ass band. And then doing the same things on your legs. You can do one standing up and pull them, pull your leg back, pull to the side, pull. And I'm telling you, you don't need a fucking all this workout shit and stuff. You know, this little fucking band stick in your pocket and go. Like, it does a lot. I have weights and stuff. I've even been doing the bands way more than any of the other stuff. I just really think like they're easy, they're convenient, and they fucking get the job done. Like your muscles will build. Like I can't believe the difference in mine. So anyways, so I got up in the morning yesterday and I was like, oh, I gotta get that insurance card. I gotta get my insurance card. I gotta remember to get my insurance card. So I went out in the morning when I got up and got my insurance card. And I think it was sitting right here. And I go and look on it and it's my mom's name. I'm like, what? What? And so then I look on the other one. I think, okay, maybe I just got her card. I look on the other one. Nope. And it says my car and her name. She's insured on my car? And I was like, what? What the hell? And so, I send her a message, you know, well, we gotta call the insurance company, like some weird shit is up. Like, what the fuck? And so, so then she didn't see that, so I ended up going up and saying it. It's so crazy is things that, I don't know, and different triggers, like you gotta notice your own thing. And to some people, just automatic defensive. It's like, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? It's like, oh, so there's so many things that are so, like, so many triggers out there. It's so weird because it'll trigger so deep, like, you know, back to you being a kid. And that's like where you got to watch your reaction. It's like, oh, shit. What? So I was like, well, they're, the card thing or whatever says it, and it was like, okay, we'll call. And so then it was like, okay, so we'll call. Then it was like a few minutes later, then come and say, oh no, I think I'm the insured I'm the insured person, so it's my name on the thing because I'm the one with the insurance. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense. So I get pulled over, I don't have anything that says I can be driving. I said, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, why the fuck am I paying off my driving record? But they're saying I had this fucking speeding ticket fucking 3 years. Remember when I got that motherfucker? Like, that's some fucking bullshit, man. I swear to God, this kind of shit just chaps my fucking ass like you wouldn't even believe. And that, I know, is a trigger to her, because right away I'm like, these motherfuckers. And right away she's just like... So that's why, you know, I can be triggered with my own, but she's got her own. So that's why you don't want to be going at it, like, trigger to trigger. I got you. It's like, he said, just figure, if you're being triggered, they're being triggered. And so right away, I'm like steaming, like, motherfucking shit. You know, shenanigans, non-motherfucking stop. I said, so I've got to have, it's on my record, I got to pay extra. So I got to pay $165 a month to not have insurance, to not have a card that says my name on it. And I said that, that not only that, but I've got this fucking monitor on my car, and it's on my phone 24 hours a day that they're fucking watching me. Are you motherfucking kidding me? And I'm not, this is bullshit. I said, this is some fucking bullshit. This is shenanigans. This is nonsense. She's like, and so right away it's defensive. Well, it's my insurance, and it's this and that, you know, you should have known this and that. And I was like, what? When the whole thing went down, it was like, Geico kept raising the price and raising the price. So I was like, fuck that. This is bullshit. I bet you my mom's getting better prices because of the group, because when you do all your things grouped together, you get an extra bonus. Well, she may be getting an extra bonus that I'm on there. I'm not getting shit. And so, I'd ask her, and she'd ask her insurance guy, and then he said he would, I'd be 150 or something. And so I was like, well, my thing had gone from 99 to 150, and then when they jumped up to 199, I was like, well, this is bullshit. So, okay, yeah, check and see. So she's checking to see, and he said that I could go on there. The car's in her, the loan is in her name, so that I could go on there. And so, to me, you know, I think I'm just going on to her insurance. Well, no, that's not how it went. It was, it's her insurance. It's like hers, and I'm a driver on her thing. And, anyways, it led to a huge, yelling match or whatever between us. And she's trying to convince me of, you know, why they're right, the corporations is perfect, and they're so fantastic, and we're so lucky to have them. And, you know, well, see what you've gotten yourself into. Look at your life by not following the rules. I was like, we need to not, I'm not arguing with you. I just walked out like, fuck this shit. Because I knew I was going to start saying some fucking shit, man. It's like, and it was so loud and clear on my head all fucking day. It was so fucking loud. It was like, oh my God. Like, I had a lot of stuff I would fucking say. And I was like, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not going there. And I'm not going to sit and fight over this shit. And so then I went downstairs and just stayed down here all day. And that's where I was hearing everything so loud. Oh God, it was so loud. And so then my emotions were kind of leading me. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, well, I probably need to figure out where I need to go now. And then it started bringing me into my daughter being at my house, and then her desperation to get away from me. And then she got herself into another mess. And then it's like, that's where desperation leads. You gotta let things open. So it's like, I know I don't want to go in that direction. And it's weird also how I can see, like, it gives me more perspective on when my daughter was there with me and her reactions and how she was feeling. And then this goes in my life all the time. Like, I don't know with other people's lives, but it always shows me two sides of things all the time. If I go through this experience, then bet your ass I'm gonna go through the other side of it. It just goes. It's been going my whole fucking life. This isn't something new. This is something I've been talking about since I was young. That it tripped me out. And I would always tell people, don't judge things. Like, you judge something, you're gonna have it happen to you. Bet your ass. And so, anyways, I was getting a new perspective on what my daughter was going through, just on the things, like she would walk into the room, and at the time it was like Zeducation I was watching, and Nino, he'd always have his hat on, and so she'd walk in the room, and he might have a flag behind him or something. No, Zeducation had a flag behind him, Nino had the hat on. And she'd walk through the room, and it'd be on the TV, and I'd be listening to him. And I'd always think they were just kind of funny in the morning and stuff like that. And she would just be just, storm into her room, like, just sit and listen to that crazy propaganda and bullshit. And I don't know what she was hearing. I know now when I walk through, the thing my ears are picking up is like a lot of hate, a lot of division, a lot of these people aren't as good as us, and a lot of that. So it could have been, she was also hearing that and just like, what the fuck. And so whatever, we get our different experiences and different perspectives, and it just is constantly opening them up, bringing them together. And so I was seeing a lot of stuff like that, and I was also hearing my own anger, hearing my own stuff so loud. And it had so much to do with, my childhood, and this, like, you've never cared about me. You've never supported me. It's so clear now. I can see it so clearly. And it's all you do is think I'm broken. You're always trying to fix me. And all you do is see me as a broken person. Nobody understands my thing of going against this corporation and all this stuff. Nobody. It's just like, I'm on my own. I'm out here in the storm by myself, and they're all, instead of throwing me umbrellas, they're all throwing me fucking water. Comply, you stupid ass. It's like, get over here with the rest of us. It's like, no, you guys do what you want to do. I'll just stay over here by myself. And, so anyways, that was like, oh man, it's so crazy because you can sit there and think like you're so healed up and all these triggers and stuff like that. And then some bounce out and it's like, what the fuck? And it brings up so much stuff. Like I can totally see, why I'm here. It brings up stuff that is like, fuck. Especially stuff from when you're a kid. It's like you've let go, well, you think you've let go of it. It just lingers in there. And then, but to me, the message kept being, just love yourself. Who cares? You don't love me. You don't care about me. You think this, you think that. But this is like a lot of stuff that was playing. So there's a lot of conversation I'm leaving out in it. There was a lot that was going all day long. It was like loud and it just was going. And I was just like, contemplating and thinking and processing and seeing things and leading it into, finding it in myself, not having an expectation, realizing other people are broken, other people are triggered, other people are having their things going. And everything was fine by the afternoon, just let it go. And I was like, oh, yeah, why was I getting so thinking like, well, I'm going to have to move now. I got to start figuring out, where am I going to go? What am I going to do now? And that was like a huge, overwhelming thing too. And then I was thinking, we've gotten in so many arguments about religion and stuff too. And I always just walk away. We've gotten a lot more of that, way better. Like, because I don't think either of us want to sit and scream and yell at each other. And but she does have that mothering thing of still trying to fix me, look at where your attitude has gotten you. You need to change your attitude. You need to look at things. It's like, I'm a motherfucking grown up, just like I said. I fucking have eaten I can drive with one hand. I can drive with my fucking knees. I can manage. And then that always brings me back to things that my kids will say to me, Mom, I am a grown up now. I'm not a child anymore. And so see how you get this dual awareness through these experiences. So it gives you more awareness of your own self and pulling into like, oh yeah, I gotta watch, my overbearingness too, I gotta watch my attitude, we all do, from all different directions. Oh my God, something's just tickling the fuck out. I feel like there's something that just goes around all day long now, just tickling my nose. So anyways, so that whole thing was super, yeah, I was in an intense day, man. And it was just so loud, it was so heavy, and it was so much. It was strenuous, stressful. And but I got myself to the point of like, well, you just gotta like yourself, and whatever happens, happens. Wherever you're gonna go next, you'll be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Just let it go, let it go. And so everything, was fine. And then, but later in the evening, so I saw two things. One of them was now another insurance. I've been saying for fucking over a year, I don't know, a couple of years. I think since the insurance company started fucking with me is when I started. Well, I don't know, it was when I got the ticket. I could see it so clearly, like the fucking shenanigans over, you have to have insurance. Who's profiting off of our tickets? Yeah, wonder who owns the insurance companies. Wonder who's telling us how fast we can go. Wonder who's paying the guys to sit out there and in the little reduction places, because they do those places all over the place. Oh, it's 55. Oh, for this 1 mile, it's 45. Well, no, it's 35. They fucking go in and they just line that fucking thing up with cops too. And I just saw a trucker that was talking about in some place. He said he couldn't believe there was cops every constant. And he said they're just looking to pull you over and give you tickets. So watch out. Wherever it was like over by Kentucky or something. Which I've seen it when I've done road trips here. It's like, oh my fucking God. Like the amount of cops that are out here, just like you got nothing to do but give tickets. Like you fucking, they work for the corporation. They're just fucking bullshit. But anyways, so United Healthcare. So, and I'm sure if we loop them all back, we're gonna find that they're all coming from the same nucleus. But so United. So it would be one that you have to get. But all these different ones, like State Farm, Allstate, they all have different insurances. Most people don't go and get their medical through those. Most people get them through their work. So they're in a big combo, and then they're on like Blue Shield and all that stuff. I don't think. They're United Healthcare or whatever. So anyways, this United, they are now in trouble for... They were wherever they had patients in nursing homes. So they were paying the nursing homes to not send people to the hospital. So the hospitals were taking kickbacks to keep patients there so that they would just die, so they didn't have to pay for them anymore, pay for more treatments and stuff. So pay to kill them, and the people are compliant because greed is what leads us, and these kickbacks and the people up at the top, these CEOs and stuff, are probably soulless. So now there's just gonna be so much more kickbacks and shit in the medical. It's so decrepit. There's so much kickbacks in our judicial. All this, it's just all to expose, and all that, to me, it just keeps exposing the real corruption in this world has to do with greed. And it's like the people are not connected to their souls. The problem here is the disconnect from yourself and the passion for greed, this desire for more, and what people will do for it. It always astounded me. Like I said, I was always a Lifetime movie watcher. I was like, my channels that I would watch would be TCN, so the classic movie channel, and Lifetime movie, and then I got really into ID channel for a while on those shows. And there was a period of time where I watched Bravo, I think, for a while. I was like watching the women, the Housewives of New York. I think I watched some of the ones of the Housewives of Orange County, which I think these shows are all still going, and these same ladies are still on them. And I think one of them, I think she's one of the OC ones. And this was a long time ago. Well, I was watching this shit a long time ago, decades ago. And so then these people are still on there, because I think, well, I was a nurse. I think I was in my 40s when I was watching them. And, because at the time they seemed like older too, older than me. But anyways, the ones in Orange County, they must have been around my age or something. Maybe they were a little younger. But anyway, so this one, who I think she's around my age now, I saw somebody talking about how weird her face is turning. But so apparently she's got parasites in her face, some kind of parasites in her face, and they're building up, and they're leaking out, and I don't even know. It sounded horrible, whatever they were saying about what's going on with her face. It's like, I'd get some horse paste if I was you. Like, be putting it on here, be taking it in there. It's like, you've got some parasites, they're just coming right out of your face. And they've got so much infection that you've got pus dripping out of your mouth. Like, oh, Lord have mercy. Like, but I would say, like, oh, you know, what's going on inside you? Because what's going on inside is going to be coming on the outside, like I keep saying. Like, whatever's inside is going to be coming on the outside. So whatever, you can't go in and judge. You can't go in and figure out, well, you know, this is what's going on with her. It's like, you have to ask yourself. You have to figure it out for yourself. Like, but pay attention to what's coming out, because it's inside and it's showing you. It's like you haven't been able to see it, so we're going to bring it right on out. This is the time of mirrors. You're going to get a good hard look. And so that is this time period we're in. And then this other, I saw how long I was talking, so get to wrapping it up. There's another thing is said was, so I've seen a couple more videos on the earthquakes. So this one guy, he said that his friend is this geologist who works for this company in California, and they've been going and studying this and watching it, and that he's the one who said, and he said every time he tells me stuff, it always ends up being true. So he was taking heed to his warning, because he said, this is warning, this is about to, this is serious. And he said, so what, and he read the guy's thing, because he didn't want to mess it up. So I'm not reading the guy's thing. I'm just doing a synopsis over what I heard. And so he said over by Japan, the Philippines, Vietnam. He listed like 5 different countries or something over there. Yeah, I would imagine they must all be on this, the circle, the fire circle thing, whatever that's called, the ring of fire. And so the... So over there, so they're across from us, which I just think it's so weird, because things are so different. But so anyways, we're in this ring of fire thing with them, and they're over there, and so there's reverberation that comes back and forth in this giant thing. And so he said that over by Japan, a plate shifted, and it changed this over here. And so this one shifted, and this is where it happened another time before, I guess, what they were talking about that happened in the 1700s, and it caused this huge devastation. So it's happened again, this big shift, that where one's holding the other one, and this one goes. And so then this one, it makes it unstable. And so it, say it goes, it falls onto the next one, which slides down to this one. So that's why we have all this, just keeps going, because this foundation one, it slipped, and so it went in a different direction, and so that makes the rest of them unstable, and they keep falling and unsettling, which is creating more of this volcanoes and shit, these energies that are purging out, kind of. So he said that this one now is unstable, so that's where there's been all these little what are those, I keep saying shimmers or simmers, it's tremors. So that's where there's been all these little tremors and stuff, like lots of little earthquakes going. Like I guess there was like 7,000 in one day in California, but they were really small, and so a lot of people didn't notice. But the people who were watching the graphs, they're like, shit, this isn't good. And so he started saying that something is going to happen by summertime, that this is going to be bad by summer. And he said that, then he gave a date, and he said they think, this group of them, this group of geologists that's studying this and watching it, they think June 5th at 5 o'clock in the morning, and there's a lot of 5 o'clock in the mornings, don't forget, that it's going to go. It's going to fall. It's going to something's going to go down. And he said when it goes down, that those countries over there, Japan, and remember Japan, Philippines, Vietnam, I don't remember, maybe he said China, I don't know, because I'm not even looking at their map and stuff or whatever, I don't know, but he said they're all going to merge in together, like whatever's going to happen, they're going to go together. And I don't know, because they have access to seeing the stuff that's underneath us more, but they see it, like, I think in like colors, like the whatever, it's next ground, I'm hungry. The camera is going, they can see like depths or something, like the heat or something. Like, I mean, they're not going down and like looking at pictures, I don't think, and seeing like the Jenga stack of the things. They see it in like colors or something. I don't know, that's how I keep seeing it. So how else to explain it. It's like looking through thermal imagery or something and seeing the disruptions or whatever, but whatever they're seeing someone's going to go and just like them all together. But they are also saying, you know, California is going to just fall. What's underneath it is falling. So, you know, we have a lot of shit going down. Like, so he's saying for sure this summer, but then all of a sudden it was June, they think June 5th at 5 in the morning is when it's going to happen. That's pretty detailed. It's like, wow, you got it down to the time and everything. So I don't know. Likely I'll be back by June 5th, but, you know, there'll be more, there can be still stuff going, and I've still got to go up in the fucking air where shit is insane. Now they've, oh yeah, because in another place, there's some weird shit going. Like in San Diego, there was some weird stuff before, but then I saw another one that was showing some other weird stuff, and in this one, all of the beach rentals are empty. I'm like, that's weird. Especially right before Memorial Day weekend. Good, all of the beach rentals are all empty. And the guy's walking and showing and showing and showing. And he goes, oh, there's one that has some people. But they're all empty. Florida just got notified that they're about to have a huge swarm of storms. And a lot of them are going to be named and stuff, like they're about to get their ass kicked with all of the hurricanes and summer storms. Let me think, there was another weird thing. I don't know if I can see it. I don't know if I can remember. San Diego, the storms, was something with the air. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, because there was just another crash. And it crashed into a neighborhood. But the people who are talking about it and showing it are like, where's the plane? Where's the plane? So, yeah, I don't know if they're just, oh, take that place right there, that neighborhood, let's just ignite that one, because they've got us all on their power lines. And it's just, go with that one. Get them all to focus on that. There's a plane crash there. And so just blowing us up just for fun. Like, I don't know. They're yeah, kind of like in that movie where it was that, the one about the girl, the whistleblower, that she said when she went in, and she's the translator who was listening to the things, and then when she went in to see what they did with the information, and they're like playing video games with drones, and they're watching these people's neighborhood, and they're flying this thing around, and they've got their remotes, and it's just boom, blow. So it's like, yeah, if you've ever seen Cabin in the Woods, it shows like that the force behind, like they're all sitting in this table with all these cameras watching, controlling our world. Like, yeah. So whoever's sitting back there, yeah, let's blow that one up, and yeah, let's use the plane thing again. Yeah, that works. So it's all such fucking nonsense. There's so much fucking nonsense in this fucking world, and so. And that's just fact. Like, if you can't see that, like, that's what gets me, is the fucking shenanigans, the fucking bullshit. Is then when I talk to the insurance company, and he keeps telling me, because I talk to him and stuff, you know, so what I have now is a binder. It has me as an other driver in it. So I'm the other driver. And I'm like, well, that is the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard. So this person who doesn't drive, who hasn't driven in 3 years, who's blind, you have her down as the insured driver. Well, that's how we have to do it, because, you know, she's the one on the loan. Oh, okay. So what we're really talking about is the fucking paperwork shit of trapping us in your fucking bullshit system. I was like, fucking bullshit, man. Fucking nonsense. Like, people gotta see this. This is fucking ludicrous. It's fucking ludicrous, man. It's so fucking dumb. And we're just like, okay, yeah, let's just do that. Okay. Just follow along. Well, that's what you gotta do. That's what they say. It's like, they're fucking retarded. Like, they just fucking, what are we following them? They just say whatever the fuck. Okay, well, let's just be compliant. They know more than we know. Who says? Their piece of paper? Jesus Christ. I think the Wizard of Oz was trying to get us to think for our fucking selves, man. So, anyways, I don't know. Not any I don't know. I think everything is super intense. And, which, by the way, I've decided I am living another life in my dreams. This is not the only life I'm living right now. I've got a whole nother one going in my dreams. There's something going on. It's real weird. And when I go, I am so out. Either I cannot sleep at all and I can't get there, or I'm totally out. And sometimes when I can't get to sleep and I can't get there, I feel like I'm being blocked. But, yeah, and I don't know if it's like playing out things to learn things or something. But whatever it is, there's something going on. This dream and thing is way bigger than what they want you to know. So, anyways, let's look at my hair situation. I'm definitely not, I'm not like impressed at this point. But I don't know. You guys could say, "Oh God, Kelly, shut up. You've got a lot more hair now." So to me, it doesn't seem like it, but maybe I do. I don't know. I just know that my braid is. I used to have 2 braids, and just like, what the fuck are they doing to us, man? And I keep getting this. My teeth keep hurting. It's like not just this one. It's like, oh man, but that one all hurt. When they're all hurting, it's like, oh my God, what the fuck? This is so intense. And then still, I've got all my knuckles and all this swelling, which I know is some kind of fucking poison that I'm reacting to. It's you know, you gotta have something that your body is reacting to create the reaction. So, I don't know, maybe it's the Costco fucking lemon blueberry loaf. I think that, my mom's like, oh, we gotta get that every time. And I'm thinking, I don't know now. Like, because I think I had some reactions to it. I need to get off of, I'm contemplating, well, think about it. You think about it all day long, but doing it's a whole other thing. But I'm going to attempt, that's my word, I'm going to attempt another fast when I get back, I think. Probably not the very first week, because I'll probably have some food I need to eat up. But then after, then I think I'm going to just try and do that. Like, I'm just going to do water for a while. No, not water, because I got to drink my teas. I don't know. I always get this idea that I'm going to do some fasting. But I don't know. The food is just, I go in waves, you know. It's so bad. It's not that bad. Well, it's so bad. Especially when I start thinking, like, of how I feel and my joints being swollen. And but they are spraying on nonstop. Yesterday, I was outside because it was sunny. It was supposed to be all cloudy. So I went outside to catch some rays while I was sitting out there watching them just spray and spray and spray. But right above me was the Nibiru. You could see it. It's right behind the sun. And so they were trying to cover it as fast as you could. So I took a picture, or took a video and put it on. And those people like, oh, that's the condensation of the... It's like, shut the fuck. Go believe your science. Fucking go find fucking... what's his name? The one scientist, the black guy. I can't think of his name. He is now got charges on him for some, I think, sexual charges. Then the other one, the one that was the cartoonish one, it's like the Nickelodeon one. I can't remember, Dr. Nye, the science guy or whatever. Go fucking listen to those motherfuckers and go listen to their shenanigans. You won't believe this shit. I didn't even believe that fucking one in the wheelchair. And it was like, because I was in an argument I got in with my brother that I'm going to go see next week. Is where I said something about there's aliens or whatever it was in this conversation. And he's just like laughs at me, how ridiculous I am, because that guy said that there's nothing. And he knows, and he's been out there, you know, like he's open, he's looking for it or something. I don't even know. And he says there's not. Well, guess what? I've been talking to him my whole life. So, yeah, there is. And not only that, I swear to God, I feel like I feel kind of like my mom's gonna be surprised that she gave birth to a ghost alien baby. It's like, because I think I'm more connected to the. If you don't believe in ghosts, you're giving birth to them. You don't believe in aliens, you're giving birth to them. So that's just the way it is. And whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. And yeah, don't believe people when they say nothing else is out there, because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. You know, I don't give a shit how big a science mind and how many fucking frames they have hanging on their walls, tell everybody that how smart they are. If you're saying shit that's not true, I don't believe you. Like you're just saying, you're talking off a script or something. You're going to tell us that there's nothing else out there. And there's a lot of shenanigans. There's a lot of bullshit. There's so much bullshit. Because even when I was talking to my mom the other day or something about what happens when you die. And I've based it off of, reading near-death experiences and listening to all those people talk about what happens when you die, what happened to them when they died. And so that's where I am influenced by, and it goes. It's got a nice little marriage with reincarnation and stuff, so it goes together to me. But I mean, there's people who think like your soul just goes and it just zips out of there and it's gone and you never see it again. It's like, no, that's not how it goes. I said, most of the people when they go, they come right, they hang out with you. Because we were talking about, because the neighbor guy, and I said, they'll hang out with you. And they stay around their family, they stay around their soul group for a long while, like zip back all the time, especially at the very first when the people are so traumatized by the loss. They keep staying around trying to tell you, it's okay, I'm fine, everything's fine. But nobody can hear them because they're deep in their own loss. They'll have a sense, they'll have a feeling like, I feel like they're around when I think about them, because they are. You're pulling them right into you, but you're not listening to them. And they're always going to tell you, I'm fine, I'm fine, don't cry for me, I'm fine. So just remember that. And, what all these other things that people are saying and stuff, just go read more of those books. I just think there's a lot of people that don't read any of those books. The one book that's missing some chapters, that's the one. I think you need to read the chapters that are missing if you want to make any real relevance of it. So, yeah, give me the missing chapters, and then we'll see where the weight of the book. I don't know. So, anyways, God, oh my God, I've been talking so long. Okay, so I will finish this rambling up. Shall I take? Bitched about it, but I don't know. So, anyways, just remember, because I'm telling you, you can't go wrong if you focus on learning how to love yourself, learn how to love everybody, and focus on how to have the day you want to have. Make it the day you want to have, and then we'll talk about it again tomorrow. So, talk to you later. Bye.